In the gloom of a cloudy spring evening, Claire clung to Hunt's arm and tried not to weep as Mira pulled a sheet over Mr. Upton's large prone form. They'd barely had time to meet him, had not even asked him to cry the first banns. And now? His poor family. What would they do? Grimly, Miss Upton led her weeping mother inside the parsonage. Surrounded by a muttering crowd, the curate's son remained equally stony-faced. The poor man had yet to find his first position, and now he had a mother and sister to support. Ever creative, Claire wanted to solve the problem, except there were too many unanswered questions and a crowd to disperse. "How did this happen?" Hunt demanded of the curate's son, looking up at the parsonage's thatched roof, where presumably his father had been working. A ladder lay fallen across the shrubbery. Paul, Mr. Upton, glanced at the villagers crowding around and gestured at the parsonage. "Perhaps we might go inside." He nodded at his father's form beneath the linen. "Is there somewhere we can take him first?" "Devil took him," one of the farmers said, spitting at the ground. "'Bout time." He strode off, muttering. "Got what he deserved," a black-clad woman muttered before hobbling off. The others murmured among themselves. None came forward to help. Claire shivered at the black cloud of dislike, hatred, emanating from the crowd. What had the garrulous old curate done to enrage an entire village? The remaining women wrung their hands in their aprons, shook their heads, and glanced toward the parsonage. Claire assumed they wished to comfort the new widow. At least Mrs. Upton was held in respect. The loss of the church, just as they thought to have it back. It was as if hope had died. She couldn't restore hope, but she might disband the mob? The male murmurs were becoming hushed, angry whispers. Another weeping old woman in black turned her back on the crowd and intelligently escaped to an ancient gig. Mobs could turn ugly. Henri and young Mr. Upton lifted the body into Henri's cart. The crowd parted to let them pass.